In this video, we will get you acquainted with a feature called trend icons. As the name suggests, this feature will show you an icon indicating the recent trend of a parameter in your DataMiner system. Imagine, for instance, that you're looking at a big element with a lot of parameters, for instance, a big table, then it might be useful to be able to see at a glance what the recent behavior of a parameter was without having to open the trend graph of each of these parameters. And this is exactly what trend icons allows you to do. Let's have a look. So if you go to this element server memory monitor, here under DataMiner catalog, augmented operations, course, and trend icons, then you will see an element that simulates the memory usage of several servers. And in front of the memory usage of each server, you can see an icon that indicates what the recent trend was. So for instance, the first one was increasing, this one is decreasing, and this one is stable. If you click this icon, you will be taken to the trend graph of this parameter. And as you can see, indeed, the memory usage was more or less stable. Now, by default, this icon indicates the trend of the parameter in the last hour. You can configure that at this location in the analytics config in the system center, but by default, this is set to 1 hour. Now, there are 3 base icons that can be shown, indicating whether the trend was increasing, decreasing, or stable. And if no trend could be detected, then the default trending icon is used. As we will see later, there are some special icons that indicate whether a change point was detected in the last hour, but more on that in the lesson on behavioral anomaly detection. Now, for which parameters can such a trend icon be shown? Well, by default, they are shown on all trended numeric parameters. On recent versions of DataMiner, there are some more options to configure this. The first one is in the System Center, and for that we go to System Center, System Settings, Analytics Config, and then under the section Trend Icons, you can find the option Run on Trended Parameters by default. And this option allows you to turn either off or on trend icons for all trended parameters at once. Now, this system-wide setting can be overridden on a per parameter per element basis in the trend template. Let's go to the trend template of our server memory monitor element, for instance. Then if we go to the cogwheel icon and select Allow Augmented Operations Configuration, then 3 columns will be added to your trend template, one of which is the column Trend Icons. And this column allows you to turn off or on trend icons specifically on this parameter on all elements that use this trend template, regardless of what the system default setting is. For instance, now trend icons is turned on system-wide, but I can turn it off specifically on this parameter to save some precious system resources, for instance. Or conversely, I can turn trend icons off on all parameters by default, but then still turn it specifically on this parameter. All right, that was it for this feature. As always, I will leave you with some links to the DataMiner docs. And if you have any further questions or comments about trend icons, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach us on the Dojo platform or by sending us an email at ai@skyline.pe.